casual because it's very I'm in a hotel right now, so just don't want to wake anyone or to um I don't know, someone getting uncomfortable. Okay, but it's nice to have you. um I still, have like some problems with um because we changed this um this schedule, so it feels like a bit of jet lag. But okay, we can start. Just give me 1 second. Very well. So I'm always used to be very expressive in the classes, so I don't know if I can speak very slow. Very well, guys. So we're going to learn two topics. First, we're going to learn we're going to learn a new topic that is called tag questions. And the next thing we're going to do is this, we're going to learn some adverbs of degree. Okay, so this is a new topic. Okay, so here we go. So this is the new topic that we're going to learn. It's called tag questions. When we use tag questions, it's a very conversative way. In Spanish, we could say something like this. Pay attention to this example. You like tacos. So if you say something like, you like tacos, in Spanish, you would say, ¿te gustan los tacos? And you can say, o no, ¿verdad? ¿Cierto? So in this case, in English, we don't say something like or not, ¿no? En inglés no solemos decir or not. So in this case, you will say, don't you? This is a tag question. So you say, you like tacos, don't you? ¿Te gustan los tacos o no? Or you could say the opposite. You don't like tacos. Do you? This is it would mean a ti no te gustan los tacos, ¿o sí? Right? So in this case, you see we have an affirmation. And here we have this is like the opposite. All right, here we have affirmation. So here is the contrary. So in this topic, in mind, you always have to go to the contrary. Siempre tenemos que buscar lo contrario. Okay. If I have the negative sentence, then this one is affirmative. Okay. It's like always the opposite. Okay. So this is the topic. We don't say in English or not. We don't say like this, right? You will see some examples here. Why do we want to use this? Well, this is like a conversative way. When you use this, you look for the answer of the other person. So another person can tell you, you know, I want to make a statement, but I'm not sure. So I just want confirmation. Entonces, tú puedes hacer una oración o puede ser una afirmación, pero no estás del todo seguro. Entonces, utilizas esto para saber la opinión de la persona. Entonces, le dices así, pregunta sí, no, es cierto, como para esperar una respuesta de la persona. O también se puede utilizar como de forma retórica, right? For example, if you're talking to more people, maybe you're talking to more people, you don't expect an answer directly, no esperas una respuesta directamente, pero simplemente es como para dejar la pregunta al aire, como para que las personas que te escuchen lo razonen o te vayan siguiendo, ¿no? So sometimes you just make some, like when you're speaking in public, a veces se utiliza cuando se habla en público. Entonces, como para que los demás te vayan siguiendo, se utiliza este tag question. No esperas que te contesten, pero es como interactuar de cierta forma. Entonces, sería como de forma retórica. And here we have some examples. There it is, this one. It says, that's crazy. This is the affirmation. That's what I believe. Eso es lo que yo creo. I want to know if you share my point of view. Quiero saber si tú compartes mi punto de vista. So I say, that's crazy, isn't it? Right? So in this case, it's like, eso es loco, ¿o no? In English, this is a correct form. This is the tag question. This is the grammar form. Okay? This is the grammar way we do it. So, yeah, we say that this isn't it? But every part of the word, they also have their ways of saying it. For example, in the American English, they could say something like, huh? En lugar de que sea un tag question, simplemente utilizarían huh. And that's crazy, huh? Meaning something like, eso está loco, ¿verdad? Simplemente es como una expresión, huh. In the UK, for example, they would use in it. Esta expresión es del Reino Unido. Entonces, en vez de decir isn't it, dicen como in it. And that's crazy, isn't it? ¿Cómo dirán en Canadá? In Canada, they have another expression that is a. So they would say something like, that's crazy, eh? So the a is very Canadian thing. So put it here. All right. So that's basically these expressions. You can use any of these all the time. These are not properly like grammar expressions. Estos no son concretamente palabras, sino que son algo que se llama interjections, o sea, una expresión que se lleva más a cabo en una forma hablada. Okay, so you can say in the American English. You can say it, that's British. A, that's Canadian. Porque en inglés nosotros no decimos or not. O sea, yo no te diría, oye, piensas, mira esto pienso. Or no, no decimos así. So you can use any of these, or you can use the grammar way, which is using the tag questions. So now let's focus on the grammar part here, which is very simple. That's crazy is affirmation, is positive. So the tag question is the opposite. So in this case is negative. Okay. That's crazy, isn't it? Here you have negative. So the tag question is
Is he?
Is he?
Is positive. Exactly. Because here's negative, so here's positive. He's not an actor. Is he? He's not an actor. Is he? Él no es un actor. ¿O sí? In English, you won't say, or yes. You don't say that. You say, is he? So that's the key. You need to use first the auxiliary verb. Hay que utilizar obviamente el verbo auxiliar que corresponde. Aquí es is, pero por ejemplo si es was, pues también va was en la pregunta, esta pregunta, tag question. And you need to go the opposite way. Tienes que ir de la forma opuesta. Si tienes una oración en negativo, entonces escribimos en positivo, and so on. Okay? So the next one, it says the acting was fabulous. But even though this is my opinion, I want to know yours. Esto es como para interactuar, ¿no? Si yo digo the acting was fabulous, puede ser que otra persona no me conteste. Entonces, yo quiero que interactuar con la persona. Entonces le pregunto, ¿verdad? En español es ¿verdad? Wasn't it? So you can expect an answer from the person, right? Okay, so here you have was. So in the tag question is wasn't. The next one is the acting wasn't good. Entonces, ¿cómo sería aquí? ¿Cómo completamos la pregunta?
Was it?
Exactly, very well. So it's was it? So here you have negative. So the tag question is positive. That's how it is. So you can see that the tag questions may not be the same. You need to use the correct auxiliary verb. Se tiene que utilizar el verbo auxiliar que corresponda. Aquí es was, entonces no puedo poner is, right? Entonces tenemos que prestar atención a cuál es el verbo auxiliar que hay que utilizar. Or you simply can use this, but these are more informal. Esos son más informales. You can use it depending where you are. As I told you, America, in it, British, a Canadian. All right. Any questions at the moment?
No, teacher.
Very well.
No, teacher.
I hope I'm not making you fall asleep with my low voice. Okay, very well. The next one is here. What happens when we have a sentence that is simple present? In this case, it's that seems like too much. El verbo seem, parecer. So here you're saying, eso parece demasiado. Eso parece demasiado. So here you're not using the verb to be. You're using just another verb. So you see. that seems like too much. And you say, doesn't it? Doesn't it? ¿Qué quiere decir doesn't it? Pues simplemente es como si dijeras, ¿verdad? Buscar la interacción con la persona. Eso parece demasiado, ¿no? So in this case, where are we using doesn't? Where are we using doesn't?
A las terceras personas.
Yes, very well, because even though you don't have does, aquí no hay un does. But the auxiliary verb of the simple present, do and does. So does is the auxiliary verb. So even though it's not explicit, does, you need to write doesn't in the tag question. Because anyway, you remember that do and does, you use it to make questions in simple present. Okay. What happens if the question is, if the sentence, the statement is negative? So it says, that doesn't seem fair. Eso no parece justo. ¿O sí? ¿Cómo podríamos escribir aquí entonces?
Does it?
Does it? Very well. So here you have negative, here is affirmative. Como que siempre seguimos la contraria, right? Para escribir los tag questions. Okay, very well. Simple past. She admired that doctor. Positive.
Did she?
Sorry. Negative.
Didn't?
Very well. Didn't she? Didn't. We didn't see that movie. So negative, tag question, positive. It's always like that. Okay. Let's read the last two examples with modal verbs, please. Osvaldo, could you read the last examples with modals, please?
Yes. These actors shouldn't make so much money, should they?
And the next one?
This the actors get a large portion of the money, shouldn't they? Should get.
Very well. Excellent. So you have any questions about this topic?
No.
No.
No? Okay. Very well. So that's the topic. That questions. You see, it's very simple. You just need to identify the auxiliary verb or the modal verb, and you write the opposite. See, positive, negative, negative, positive. Okay. Or you can use these other words. Very well. So now we'll make these examples. We'll work on these sentences, and then we'll go for more for some other kind of sentences. Okay. Very well. So Julian, could you? Okay, I will read the first one. Can you please help us with number 2? So it says he'll make a lot of money for that movie, won't he? Okay, so you have will, so here you use won't. Number 2, please.
Teacher.
Yes.
Teacher, perdón, se me cortó. Escuché mi nombre.
Please, number 2.
Okay. Carl didn't agree with you. Did he?
Did he? Very well. Vamos a ver después cómo es la entonación, la pronunciación para los tag questions, but exactly. Negative, here, positive. Very well.
Okay.
Cesar, please. Cesar, can you hear us?
Yes,
Please, number 3.
sí, yes, teacher. Robert Downey Jr. is the highest paid actor in Hollywood, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Very well. So, isn't he? Perfect. Okay, number 4. Diego, please.
Me teacher,
Yes, please. Number 4.
have you?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Sorry.
Can you read
You
the full
haven't seen
sentence?
the movie yet, have you?
Very well. Excellent. Okay. Itzel, please. Number 5.
Actors shouldn't care what people think about them, should they?
Perfect. Laura, please. Number 6. Julian, please. Number 6.
You can go to the soccer game. Can I you?
And you? Very well.
No, the other teacher.
Ah, sorry. Yes, can you? Very well. Let's see, we go back to... okay. Thank you, Laura. Osvaldo, please. Number 7.
That wasn't a famous actor in the coffin, was it?
Was it? Perfect. Cesar, please. Number 8.
Yes, Mary and Ron dislike reality TV shows. Do they?
In this case, even though you have dislike, it's an affirmation. So it's positive. So here you need
Don't.
Very well. Don't they? Okay, so you have any questions about this?
No, teacher.
Okay, very well, guys. So, and now let's check the pronunciation because these type questions are not pronounced. They are just pronounced really fast. So the correct pronunciation, no vamos a decir, por ejemplo, won't he, did he. There's a way to pronounce it. It's very fast. You would say, he'll make a lot of money for that movie, won't he? Won't he? So you don't read won't he. I mean, the emphasis is not in the pronoun. The emphasis is on the auxiliary verb. So you say, won't he? People usually pronounce like this. So the next one, for example, you wouldn't say, did he? You say, did he? Did he? So you focus on the auxiliary verb. Carl didn't agree with you. Did he? Did he? Robert Downey Jr. is the highest paid actor in Hollywood, isn't he? Isn't he? Okay, how will you pronounce number 4? Anyone? How will you pronounce number 4?
Have you?
Have you? Very well. Have you? So you don't say have, like more like have you? More like have you? You haven't seen that movie yet, have you? Have you? Very well. How about the next one, number 5? Right. Okay, let's see. Itzel, how will you pronounce number 5? Just a tag question.
Should they?
Should they? Very
Should they?
well. Should they? So instead of should they, you focus on the modal verb. Should they? Actors shouldn't care what people think about them, should they? Very well. How will you read number 6? You can go to the soccer game. And how will we read the tag question?
Can you?
Can you? Can you? Try to focus more on the auxiliary verb. You can go to the soccer game. Can you? Can you? The tag questions are usually not pronounced slowly because slowly sounds, I don't know, like weird. You need to pronounce fast. That wasn't a famous actor in the cafe.
Was it?
Was it? Exactly. Was it? Don't they? Don't they? Was it? Can you? Should they? Have you? Isn't it? Did you? And when, in fact, when you have the he, you can kind of eliminate the H. You don't say one he, you can say one it. You can say did it, isn't it? It is common to eliminate the H's too from the pronunciation. Okay, very well. So let's imagine the next thing. Imagine that okay. Imagine you are asking your partner if he or she was unfaithful. Fíjense que en preguntar si su pareja les fue infiel. What tag question could you make in this situation? Vamos a empezar una pregunta, tag question. ¿Cómo le preguntarían esto a su pareja?
No sé cómo se dice infiel, teacher.
Infiel, you can say unfaithful. Or you can say cheat, que es engañar.
Are you treating me?
This will be more like an affirmation. Okay.
Oh,
You are cheating on me. What else? That question?
You are showing on me. Aren't
Aren't you? Excellent.
aren't you?
What other question could you make?
Teacher, lover
Mhm,
is amante.
mhm. We could say, you have a lover. What else?
You have a lover. Having you?
Don't you? Don't you? Okay, very well. You have a lover, don't you? Okay, what else?
Have you been in fact unfaithful?
Uh-huh. You were unfaithful. What else? Weren't you? Okay, but let's imagine the situation, right? For example, you could say something like, I don't know. Mm, you saw her yesterday. Cuando dices saw, no es que la viste, sino que la fuiste a ver de alguna forma, okay? So you saw her yesterday. That question. You saw her yesterday. That question.
Don't you?
But it's past. Very well, but it's past.
Didn't you?
Didn't. Exactly. Didn't you? Okay. Very well. Now let's imagine another situation in which we could use that questions. Let's see. Mm, there's always like an argument between people because of the government. Okay, so let's imagine that you have different points of view about the government with a friend. One of your friends or you, maybe you are you like AMLO, but one of your friends doesn't like AMLO. Just an hypothetical situation. Or imagine that you have a friend in the United States and he's a Republican and it's having an argument with a person who feels more like democratic. Okay, so what kind of tag questions could we use in this debate, in this imaginary argument they would have?
¿Qué preguntaría alguien que no simpatice con AMLO?
Any kind of government or any kind of politician. Mhm. Let's say, for example, I don't like the Mayan train. But this would be not for the question. We could say, you don't agree with the Mayan train. Back question.
Do you?
Very well. Do you? Like, no está bien eso del tren Maya, no estás de acuerdo, ¿sí? Okay. It can be this government in Mexico, it can be any other government in the world. What other tag question can come to your mind? Just use your imagination.
For
I
example,
don't.
sorry.
No, tú primero.
Okay, let's see, Osvaldo, please.
For example, you are from the right, aren't you?
We could say you are. I think in this case we say pro right or pro left. Yeah, you are pro right. Eres de derecha. Aren't you? Sorry. Aren't you? What else? Another example. I think Julian wants to say something.
Teacher, ¿cómo dijo que era? Ay, perdón. Como feminicidios. ¿Cómo se dice?
You can say feminicide.
Ay, perdón.
Mhm.
Sería I don't agree. Feminicide in Mexico.
Feminicide what?
Aren't you? I don't agree with the feminicide in Mexico.
You can agree with feminicide in Mexico.
Okay.
What else?
Can you?
Can you? Very well. Okay, very well. Excellent, guys. So this is how tag questions work, right? You can just have a regular conversation to keep a conversation going. You can use it in arguments. All right, so now there's another topic that we need to see. Now we have a discussion. But I think you saw this topic yesterday. You saw this audio, the adverse of degree. In this audio, I would like us to listen to it one more time. They are having like an argument, or well, let's just like a disagreement, two friends. And they are talking about if famous people make a lot of money. Because there is this thing some people say it's not fair that a soccer player makes more money than a doctor, right? So here we will listen to this audio again, then we talk about about this, but we can use tag questions. Here you will find many examples of tag questions. So let's listen to it. I think you checked these adverbs of this exercise yesterday, but I'm going to show you more adverbs of degree. Okay, so let's start.
Unit 5, Making Millions. Page 46. Listening. I see your point, but
So, what did you think of the movie?
I thought it was pretty good. What did you think?
I thought it was absolutely amazing. The acting was fabulous, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. But you know, I heard the main actor got paid $1 million for that movie. That seems like too much, doesn't it?
I don't think so. I mean, she's really talented. Nearly all of the Hollywood directors want to work with her.
Yeah, but $1 million for one movie. That doesn't seem fair, does it?
I guess I disagree. Movies make millions of dollars. The actors should get a large portion of that, shouldn't they?
In my opinion, actors should get less money. And then maybe the cost of a movie ticket wouldn't be so high. I mean, it's fairly expensive to go to the movies these days.
That's true.
The same is true for sports. It's pretty expensive to attend a lot of sporting events.
You probably think professional athletes also make too much money, right?
That's right. They make millions of dollars. I read that Lionel Messi makes over $40 million a year. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but that money doesn't all come from playing soccer, does it?
What do you mean?
Well, a lot of it comes from TV commercials and things like that. I heard the average soccer player makes about $8 million a year just for playing.
Still, $8 million is a lot of money, isn't it?
It is, but the athletes are extremely talented. Not everyone can do that, can they?
No, but
And the sport is really hard on their bodies. They might be perfectly fine one day and have an injury the next.
I see your point. But I still think they make too much money.
At least a lot of famous actors and athletes do good things with their money. A lot of them donate money to causes. That's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree with you about that.
Hey, we finally agree. Let's stop talking and go to lunch, okay?
Sure.
Okay, very well. So you hear here many examples where they are using tag questions. And what is your opinion? Isn't it true that, well, YouTuber nowadays, a YouTuber, an influencer, now they can make a lot of money. While, for example, a person who studied many years, a career like a doctor, a lawyer, maybe they don't make that much money. Especially, I think it's very unfair for, like I told you, health professionals. Doctors, for example, they have to study all their life. They have to study for years. And they don't get that much money as an influencer. Do you think we live in a very unfair society? Do you think it's correct that influencers, soccer players, celebrities, the Kardashians, that are people, for example, that don't have any talent, but they are very rich? Do you think that this is fair? Do you think we should change something? What is your opinion? Or maybe they, influencers and YouTubers, they don't have any faults. What do you think? What is your opinion? That's the debate of the audio.
I think that maybe nobody said that the economy was fair. Mm,
Mhm.
¿Qué otra cosa era? A ver, se me fue la idea.
Okay, don't worry. What is your opinion, everyone? What do you think about it?
Sorry, teacher, a mí se me cortaba mucho.
Okay, don't worry. What's your opinion about those difference of money that influencers and YouTubers or celebrities make? Do you think it's fair or it's unfair? Justo, do you think it's fair or unfair that these people make a lot of money while doctors or people that study during years, they don't make that much money? What do you think?
Fair is como honesto, legal.
Yes, if it's legal, if it's honest.
I think agree because it's a work, and I suppose that there are other people, the mainly doctor, lawyer, that is not the on fair, ¿cómo dijo? Honestos?
Honest.
Honest. I think that is for people or not. Quiero decir que no es por la persona, no es por lo que hacen, sino por la persona. It's not for the people. ¿Cómo sería?
What do you want to say exactly?
O sea, quiero decir que pienso que es legal cualquier trabajo, pero que depende más que de lo que haces, es la persona. O sea, puede ser doctor que no seas honesto, o puede ser un influencer honesto, o un
Yes, that's right.
influencer que tenga buen contenido. Pero no.
That's correct. Yes, so as long we could say as long as siempre y cuando, as long as it's
As
honest.
long as.
Siempre y cuando. There are many talented people, right? I think that in every job is dignifying. There's people, for example, who work cleaning, and that doesn't mean they are less than people who work as, for example, neurosurgeons. No los hace menos que neurocirujanos. I think that there is this ego that we have. Sometimes but I think that every person that works and they work hard to give money to their family, it's something good. In my opinion, I think influencers and YouTubers, they make money, based on the publicity, because the companies pay attention to them and the companies give them money to influence a great part of the population. Because if there's a lot of people paying attention to what you do and to what you say, you can take advantage of that and get money. I think that doctors should be paid more, professionals should be paid more. We should be more grateful about the professionals and about any person who gives you a service, from the person that serves you food at the restaurant to a person, a doctor, a professional, a lawyer. Any person giving you services must be treated respectfully, and you must pay fairly to that person. Maybe a person is happy just making some kind of money. Let's say not too much, but just enough. But you need to be fair. You need to pay that person what the person expects and what the person needs for their life. and I agree with Julian, as long as it's honest, what's the problem, right? As long as it's, if you are good in what you do, why not? There's people that make money just literally playing Minecraft and going on Twitch live, and they make millions. There's people who would say that's not a job. That's stupid. How can they make so much money? But it's just the thing that you realize that what they told you when you were in school, it's not always about your studies. It's not always about the company you work for, but you need to know how to make money. But if your objective is not to make a lot of money, but just to have a calm life, then I think that in that case, it's good. Any kind of job, right? Okay. Well, in the next one, the next exercise that you checked yesterday with teacher David was these adverbs of degree. In English, we have different types of adverbs. This is my reservation for booking. Okay, so I think I have it here. Okay, hold on, please. Okay, very well. So here you see a list of adverbs of degree. And when you use adverbs of degree, it is not simply saying things, but you also, it's like adding salt or pepper to food. Es como añadir sal o pimienta a las cosas que dices, right? It's not the same saying, I am happy, than saying, I am extremely I am extremely joyful, you know, or it's not the same saying, I'm sad, than saying, I'm utterly sad. Estoy profundamente triste, right? So the adverbs of degree is exactly what they say. They can intensify or they can minimize something. We have here some couple of examples. Let's think, for example, about the earthquake. There was an earthquake in Turkey. That was terrible. So, okay, how do you think people felt, those who survived, how do you think they felt when they lost their homes, when they lost their houses?
They felt extremely sad.
Exactly, they feel extremely sad. They feel deeply heartbroken. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to learn, like, you can express feelings. There are some situations where words are not enough. We literally say that, no? Como las palabras no alcanzan a describir. So in English, you also say, there are no words that can describe, etc. But when you want to describe a feeling and you simply say happy, sad, bad, it's like speaking like a baby, right? You don't say that it's very flat. Hablar simplemente diciendo feliz, triste, es como muy plano, okay? So when you use this, you add intensity to what you are saying. Okay, so here we have some examples. We would like to read it. Itzel, could you please read all the adverbs in the yellow chart, please?
Almost, barely, completely, decidedly, deeply, enough, enormously, entirely, extremely, fairly, far, greatly, hardly, highly, how, incredible, in depth, intensely, just least.
Very well. Okay, so from this list of adverbs, is any word you don't understand?
Yes, teacher. Entirely.
Entire means completo. So you would say entirely, completamente. Mhm. You can see that many of these, they have the ly ending. So es como la terminación mente. Que for example, you have entire is completo igual que complete. So they are synonyms. You can say complete, completo. Completamente, completely. Another word in this here that you don't understand?
Barely, teacher.
Barely. The second one?
Yes. Barely.
Okay, the second one, barely, it's like apenas. For example, I barely slept last night. Another one. Another one that you don't understand.
Teacher,
Yes.
fairly is mean bastante, ¿no?
Fairly is means good. For example, you can say he's a fairly good piano player. Como es bueno, no piano player, pianist. So when you say fairly good, es como, es bueno, como decentemente bueno. When you say fairly, por ejemplo, fairly good, quiere decir que algo es bueno, pero no extraordinario. Es como para ser modesto. Ya, si dijeses que es muy bueno, dirías extremely good. So, okay, so you can say fairly good, extremely good, pero fairly es como muy bueno, pero no tanto. No, como que no es para tanto. We will check these adverbs and we're going to learn, like in some example, how to use them, because it also helps you to speak in a more sophisticated way. Okay, guys, well, thank you so much. We